Hello, I'm Kayla Williams. I will be your speaker today. I'm a nursing major here at Notre Dame of Maryland University. This will be an informative speech regarding the benefits of knowing about proper food intake and having a healthy diet. Healthy eating is healthy living. According to the World Health Organization known as WHO, a healthy diet is essential for good health and nutrition. We learn about health early on and that nutrition is structured around health. You learn that it is essential to your growth and development in the aspect of your living. Food is known as an essential resource, essential meaning viable. You cannot live without oxygen, water, or hydration or food. It is said in an article published on Healthline by Natalie Silver, an article in Archive for Criminology states that the body can survive for 8 to 21 days without food and water and up to 2 months if there is an access to an adequate water intake. This shows that the body has its limits and must be provided with enough food to keep going, or you may perish. I want you to understand that eating food is vital to living your life. The foods you consume can be the key to how you live your life. However, you can suffer from many health issues if you eat the wrong way. Some issues are harmless, and some things may develop into serious health issues, so taking care of yourself is essential. I bring you this information due to the fact that I have been focused on eating healthier since leaving my nutrition class last semester. I learned 18 weeks of material through this class regarding how eating habits affect the body. By the end of the semester, I analyzed my health. Through that assessment, I utilized material learned throughout the semester from the course to produce this assessment and learned a lot about how food affected me. Today I will inform you on eating practices among humans such as consuming food additives and their effects. Then I will inform you on the government SNAP program and how it supports those who cannot afford an adequate diet. Finally, I will inform you on the way that food develops in the human body and how it has an effect on bodily functions. So let's discuss eating practices among humans. In the United States, many of our foods have additives. These food additives have an adjusted value in which you should consume them. According to WHO, the acceptable daily intake, known as ADI, is defined as an estimate of the amount of food additive expressed on body weight basis that can be ingested daily over a lifetime without appreciable health risks. This is placed to help consumers avoid overconsumption of any food additive such as nitrate. In an article published by Wyckoff, they state dietary nitrate has been associated with health benefits as well as potential risks, thus presenting a paradox for consumers and health professionals. Following this idea, they experimented utilizing the benefit risk analysis for foods, a framework to evaluate dietary exposure to nitrate, and they tested the ADI set by the Joint Expert Committee on Food Additives, which is 3.7 milligrams per kilogram a day, compared to an alternative scenario of a higher ADI. ADI is calculated by utilizing a formula based on the no adverse effect level. According to WHO, to derive an ADI, the no adverse effect level is divided by a safety factor, which is usually 100, in order to ensure a large margin of safety. The question held at this point, is it safe to exceed this ADI? You have to consider this narrative because the average person does not track the additives in each of the foods they consume. Over time, the levels of additives one ingests can easily be exceeded. For example, the ADI of sodium benzoate is 5 milligrams per kilogram of body weight per day. This additive can be found in foods like chewing gum, pasta, cereal, non-carbonated water, and etc. Say you consume multiple of these foods and collectively surpass that range. It will not affect you instantaneously, but over a period of time and continuously exceeding the limit, it may produce health concerns or a problem. The results of Wyckoff's experiment show both benefits and risks. However, I believe that under further examination or extending the examination period, only risk would present itself unless the person lacked this potential nutrient. As stated, food is an essential part of living. Without it, you may be deprived of life itself, and the government understands this. Now that I have discussed how food additives affect the body, I will discuss an essential resource to our society's well-being, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP. used to help substantiate those who cannot substantiate themselves because of the essential source that food is. But there can be cons. There are ideas that it can help obesity concerns or that it may be a lack of focus on the cycle in which benefits are paid, causing people to be out of cash well before their renewal period. However, these concerns have been evaluated. The SNAP program found that they did have a drop in caloric intake towards the end of the month and changed their system. In addition, a researcher by the name of Megan Reynolds and her team found what they consider mounting evidence suggesting that SNAP does not cause obesity. Overall, this program is essential to many people's lives, and if you cannot substantiate yourself enough to eat, look into your state's SNAP program provided by the Department of Transitional Assistance, known as the DTA. Now that we have learned about how the government assists people and how food additives play a role in your health, I will inform you on the benefits of how having a healthy diet plays a role in the development of humans. Having a healthy diet, according to WHO, protects you against many chronic and non-communicable diseases, such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Therefore, eating various foods and consuming less salts, sugars, and saturated and industrial-produced trans fats are essential for a healthy diet. Healthy eating can increase your bodily functions. Therefore, eating to provide your body with adequate nutrients would be best. These nutrients provide your body with energy. According to the CDC, for adults and children, many benefits present themselves, such as living longer, strengthening your bones, boosting your immunity, supporting your muscles, and increasing digestive system functions. WHO states in their article, a healthy diet starts early in life. Breastfeeding fosters healthy growth and may have longer-term health benefits like reducing the risk of becoming overweight or obese and developing non-communicable diseases later in life. Starvation is the effect of being deprived of food for some time, which is why I state that food is an essential property in life. Starvation can lead to death, therefore it is essential to eat. If food runs scarce and you go 8 to 10 days without nutrients, you will begin to starve. Side effects or risks could be faintness, dizziness, low blood pressure, hypertension, dehydration, thyroid malfunction, organ failure, and many more. Healthline states those who experience starvation for a prolonged time cannot begin to consume normal amounts of food immediately. The body needs to be slowly eased into eating again to avoid adverse reactions known as refeeding syndrome. This includes heart conditions, neurological conditions, and swelling of the body tissue. Lastly, that makes me think about how food plays a role in brain function. Dana Small mentions in her article, growing evidence suggests that dietary lipids and carbohydrates can directly impact behavior and brain function. This impact can be from a plethora of other concerns as well. Stress and food pressures can be a concern, and your brain is a powerhouse. They say you are what you eat. The better you eat, the better your body can function. Overall, I hope key takeaway from this is that eating healthy does not have to be looked at as a job. Some people lack sufficient knowledge about how food adversely plays a role or effect in how you function, and it is not that you have to track every little thing that you place into your body, but you should be aware of the effects of over-consuming or not consuming enough. Food can cause you to develop health concerns or help promote your functional ability. Either way, I hope this information provided today helps you take some time to consider your diet. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Have a great day.